Today at Toshshahartranshizmat, a joint stock company and online seminar on the topic of transport policy and urban infrastructure development was organized. In this seminar, the head of Seoul Transportation Corporation, Mr. Kim Sang-bom, shared his rich experience through online communication. And such an illegal parking obstructs, for example, the passageway for a fire truck. Then the entire economic capabilities were focused on creation of additional infrastructure. Know-how, we had not have sufficient technologies, but after 34 years, we managed to construct independently. We acquired technologies. At the seminar, detailed information was provided on the many works aimed at the improvement and development of Seoul's transportation system from 1960 to today, as well as the problems that have arisen there. An online seminar is being held between the joint stock company Toshshahartranshizmat and specialists from the transport system of South Korea. Today, we study and exchange information about foreign transport systems with advanced technologies.
I think that later in this field, we will make a lot of progress by implementing many know-hows that we have learned from them.
At the meeting, Mr. Kim Sang-bom also gave detailed information on the main policies, goals, and objectives of the transport system, and the targeted reforms of the bus route. All employees of joint stock company Toshshahartranshizmat who took part in the seminar received information they needed at the seminar.
Fazliddin ARZIEV, Counsellor of Embassy of Uzbekistan in Seoul. The problem of improving transport system in the city of Tashkent and studying experience of Seoul in this regard. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Human Resource Development Center of Seoul City Hall for inviting me to participate in today's conference. I believe that such conferences are very important in terms of sharing experiences and effective solving existing problems in the transport domain. I would like to use the time available to me to talk about the current problems in Tashkent's transport system and the work being done to improve the transport system. Today, the population of Tashkent is 2.7 million people. Additionally, the population arriving from different regions is about 1.4 million people. Every day in Tashkent, 1.2 million people use public transport. 40% of them use buses, 36% use metro, 14% use taxis, and 10% use share taxis. More than 2.5 million people use personally owned vehicles. In Tashkent, passenger transportation by public transport is carried out by bus, metro, share, and line taxis. In the city, 468 transport operators of various forms of ownership are engaged, including 13 enterprises providing services on bus routes, 8 with state-owned share, 55 enterprises on share taxi routes, and 400 enterprises of line taxis. As of January 1, 2022, the enterprises of the Toshshahartranshizmat joint stock company operate only 1,168 city passenger buses, 30% of which have been in operation for more than 10 years. The average service life of buses is 7.4 years. State unitary enterprise Tashkent Metro has 264 metro cars in its balance sheet, 60% of which have been in operation for more than 30 years. And there are problems in public transport system of Tashkent City. Currently, the Tashkent City public transport system meets the following problems. 30%, or 350 units of rolling stock of existing ground public transport is obsolete, which affects negatively on meeting demands of passenger transport services. Due to the lack of priority for public transport on streets and intersections, the lack of rolling stock and its downtime due to technical defects, the passengers' waiting time for buses is 25 to 30 minutes. Transport hubs linking the different types and routes of public transport insufficiently developed. Of course, the government of Uzbekistan is constantly paying attention to solving these problems. In particular, over the past 2 years, in order to comprehensively develop public transport system of Tashkent City, provide quality and safe transport services to passengers, improve transport infrastructure, renew rolling stock with modern and comfortable buses, ensure road safety, and create a favorable environment for pedestrians. In accordance with these documents, the priority areas of Tashkent's public transport system development are defined as following. Comprehensive development of public transport system with integration of all types, increasing the level of use of public transport by at least 2 times. Development of public transport infrastructure, expansion of metro network, organization of modern transport hubs and bus stops based on standard designs, redesign of intersections and streets to prioritize public transport traffic, financial recovery of the enterprises and doubling the private sector share by improving system of transport operator financing and tariff policy, development of bicycles and other non-motorized modes of transportation, organization of special pedestrian and bicycle paths, bicycle rentals, and special bicycle parking lots, implementation of intelligent traffic control systems, smart intersection, smart bus, and smart stop, and ensuring road safety through extensive use of digital technologies and innovative approaches, renewing the rolling stock of public transport with modern, environmentally friendly buses, including electric buses, increasing the share of public transport in total volume of passenger traffic from 21% in present days to 43%. In addition, a concept for the development of Tashkent city public transport system until 2025 was adopted. The main goal of the concept is to increase the level of public transport use by at least 2 times, to create favorable and safe conditions for passengers' transportation, as well as to improve environmental situation in the city by reducing negative impact of transport on the environment. The main essence of the concept is to create a convenient, attractive public transport system in Tashkent city, with priority given to creating a favorable infrastructure for pedestrians and, respectively, for cycling, urban public transport, and private transport. It should be noted that this concept pays special attention to study of foreign experience and management of traffic flows in large cities. To this end, with support of the Embassy of Uzbekistan in Seoul, good cooperation has been established between the Human Resource Development Center of the Seoul City Hall and the Toshshahartranshizmat Joint Stock Company. This year, the Human Resource Development Center of Seoul City Hall organized an online seminar for representatives of Toshshahartranshizmat JSC with agenda Transportation Policy and Urban Infrastructure Development, the Example of Seoul City. In this online seminar, Kim Sang-bom, head of the South Korean Transportation Corporation, and Han Yong-jun, an expert in the field, shared their wealth of experience. About 100 employees of Toshshahartranshizmat who took part in the seminar received detailed answers to all their questions. In particular, the participants of the online seminar received detailed answers to questions related to proper organization of public transport management system financing, application of modern information technologies, organization of traffic network, improving of payment system in public transport, improving of quality of provided services, expanding possibilities of using public transport at the expense of the population, and most importantly, introducing a convenient system of fares in public transport. We believe that studying South Korea's experience and know-how in transport, information technology, service, and other areas will be useful for development of transport infrastructure of Tashkent city. For this purpose, next January, a visit of Toshshahartranshizmat employees group to Seoul is scheduled for training with support of Human Resources Development Center of Seoul City Hall. In conclusion, I would like to note that international experience shows that in all developed metropolitan cities, the only effective way to meet the population's requirements for transportation is the introduction of a people-friendly public transport system. What is the convenience of public transportation? First, the population must be given the opportunity to reach their destination point in a demanded direction in a guaranteed time. At the same time, it must be safe to use public transportation so that residents can safely get to their destinations. The problem of public transportation is a common problem to almost every country in the world. This problem, of course, can be solved by sharing experience and bringing in new know-how. Once again, I would like to thank the Human Resource Development Center of Seoul City Hall for giving me the opportunity to participate in this conference. Hope to see you at the next conferences. Thank you for your attention.